Yo, welcome to the show. This is Rap Runs Music. I am Antonio Lamar, man, and I'm joined today with my cousin Trey. What's good, player?
Well, what's good?
No, man. Today we want to talk about a few things. Well, just a couple things. The Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre interview with Stephen A. Smith. Kind of want to rock over that for a second, and
All right.
then kind of go to a classic movie. And we'll get to that. We're gonna hold you suspense a little bit. We're gonna bring up a classic hip hop movie for you later on. You all go enjoy that. But man, I guess we can start with this Snoop and Dre interview that they did with Stephen A. Smith. I know that they supposed to be coming out with a new album produced by Dr. Dre. I'll
Hmm.
wait. Yeah, don't hold your breath. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you might
Yeah.
not make it to, to
We'll
see it.
see.
We will see. And one of the things that Snoop said was that he had to basically, what did he say? Kind of force the issue, bring it up in public type of thing.
Yeah, yeah. Kind of bring it up. I would say like, yeah, you kind of throw it in there or bring it up in there because, you know, the way I hear all the stories about how Dr. Dre works is they could probably make 100 songs. He don't want to release none of them. He don't think none of them are perfect. So certain people have to either take their record and run with it, or force him to put it out, or give it to him and get it ready to go.
Right. You got it. You damn near definitely got to hold Dre at gunpoint damn near to get him to put out an album. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, so it's like this article I pulled up. I'm gonna run over a little bit of it just to kind of summarize some of the things that they was talking about.
Yep.
Uh, it says in a recent sit down with Stephen A. Smith, West Coast icons Dr. Dre Snoop Dogg offered candid insights into hip hop's evolution while discussing the 3-decade partnership that shaped West Coast music culture. And I'll stop right there. We definitely have to say that Snoop and Dre definitely influenced the West Coast culture like in a huge way. We know NWA started it off; they got it cracking.
Mhm.
What I wouldn't started, kind of a strong word, but we know
Yeah.
they took it to the next level. Whatever it was before then, when NWA came out, it was on and popping since then. And from
Yeah.
NWA, they put out the Chronic, which Snoop had a heavy hand in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He definitely helped write. That's what they say, and you can
Yeah.
hear it. Help write Dre's verses and all that. And they said the DOC was helping on there too. So,
Yeah.
he got in that car crash, so he couldn't really rap no more. But
Right.
yeah. So they definitely got it kicked off the West Coast, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yeah, yeah. That's like that. That was the explosion of it, and it was given that part of culture, West Coast culture that was going
Hmm.
on, and it was like you can what made them probably really big and probably gravitate to it because everybody. It's just like you automatically relate to it.
Yeah.
You don't even live in California, but you can relate to it immediately because first of all, it's good music, and then with the subject matters was like, okay, this is real. This is not, if it was super fake or if it was like kind of, we wouldn't, people wouldn't really like it, but it was like, okay, this is real. So
Right.
people automatically will gravitate to real, and then also you can relate to it, even though you're not living that life, but if you
Right.
relate to it, so that's what made that they just kind of started it off, and from there, and it was like how West Coast was very heavily funk inspiration. So all of those samples from the funk and all those days started, those started coming out to where I remember listening to some stuff on the radio when that during that time, and my dad was like, "Well, I just want to listen to the real song," and I'm like, "Real song? What you mean?" Like,
Man,
so
what you talking about?
yeah, what you talking about? He had to tell me like, "Oh no, this is a sample from this and this is a sample from that," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
And that
So
was genius. The sampling
yeah,
to me, because it was to where we thought it was new, but
yep,
our parents knew what it was, so it was familiar to them, so they was able to relate in some kind of way.
Right.
to the music, even if they wasn't really feeling the whole rap part of it. The music was good. They didn't do it too much of a disservice, even though
Right.
some songs they probably felt that way. But I understand because those songs were
Right.
slapping back in the day. So, but um, just connecting everybody, especially bringing in the funk and kind of G Funk naming it how they did. It kind of that was a smart marketing move by
Uh-huh.
the Interscope machine over there. Jimmy Iovine and them
Yeah.
legendary Jimmy Iovine far as his engineering goes and stuff like that and running the label. Um, but anyway, so let me continue just for a second. On this article, it says during the conversation, Dr. Dre emphasized his preference for albums crafted by a single producer, criticizing the common practice of using multiple producers on one project. This philosophy shaped classes like The Chronic and Doggy Style, where Dre's unified production approach created cohesive sonic landscapes that defined the G-Funk era. Okay. Now I do want to say one thing about that. Um, Hip hop was kind of it was like that in the beginning, you know. It was where it was one, you know, Eric B and Rakim. You know what I'm saying? It was most of the albums were crafted by one, maybe two producers, but it was really just one dude hold it down, you know, like they had Boogie Down Productions, with you know what I'm saying, and
Yeah.
KRS-One was giving it up out there, and they was all a cohesive unit. I think what changed the game was Illmatic because Illmatic was probably one of the first albums to where they took this young phenom and everybody heard about him from Live at the Barbecue song that
Yeah.
he did on Large Professor's song. You know, when I was 12, I went to hell for snuffing Jesus, which is one of the most
Yeah.
infamous lines in hip hop history.
Uh-huh.
Then he did halftime on the Zebrahead soundtrack, which sparked even more interest. And that album, I mean, that song ended up making the Illmatic album. But when you had Large Professor, Pete Rock, DJ Premier,
Yeah.
Q-Tip,
Good tip.
all these people on one album trying to make an album for this young phenom, making like a super album, which lives in infamy because most people consider it probably, if I know damn near everybody got it in their top five rap albums of all time. Most people got
Yeah.
it number one or two.
Got you. Yep.
So that kind of changed the game. So although I understand what Dr. Dre is saying, because I think too many people think they can do that and they don't understand that that wasn't an easy task. You know what I'm
No.
saying?
No, I think like you said, that started because after him, I know a lot of people that became that was like almost the way of life for Jay Z.
Right.
Jay Z just
Right.
bounced around from producer to producer to going through, oh, who's a hot producer? Go in, let me see what you got. And he'll listen to records until that one caught his attention. But it was so and like you said, that became essentially the blueprint.
Pretty much.
Pun intended.
Hey, say pun intended. Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So
definitely became the blueprint.
okay, so it definitely became the blueprint for like how hip hop was going on. So that's why when like I said, West Coast kind of came out. They still had they didn't have that many producers. You didn't know that many people. You know what I'm saying? But it
Right.
was the way the West Coast has an NWA sounding it off. I feel like I like how each part of California had their own style or their own, the Bay to LA, to, you know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? And it gets like real deep into some
Right.
different
Right.
rap.
Like G Funk to High Feet to yeah,
Yeah,
I'm talking about they got people don't know this, but like you just said, like West Coast, they got some people that's super lyrical, super into that type of thing too. Like the
right.
East Coast, you know what I'm saying?
Like I
Used to
want
be
to say
back
like,
in the day before they got on
because
this
I thought,
drill stuff.
like the Alcoholics, I thought they were from, where are they
Ah
from?
man.
Yeah, I thought they were from, I thought they were from like New York or Detroit
Yeah.
area. But
Especially, you know, like Exhibit and then when Exhibit first came out, what you see is what you get and all this stuff. I was
yeah,
like, huh, is he from the West
yeah,
Coast? Okay. All right. I was like, all
yeah.
right.
Far Side.
Hell, even
Yeah,
even I know a lot of people don't think of it, but I know he's originally from Jersey, I believe. But hey, man, Corrupt was one of the hardest lyricists to me back in the day,
yeah.
in the early '90s when he came. He's a spit, real talk. You know what I'm saying? Especially on Snoop's album, on the Dog Pound album. You know what
Uh-huh.
I'm saying? He was really spitting, and he even had his own album, that first one for sure, that had some slaps on it too.
Hmm.
So yeah, yeah, yeah. But anyway, so this little article wraps up by saying, um, beyond music, the interview explored their various business ventures, including Dre's electronics empire and Snoop's diverse portfolio spanning cannabis, media, and entertainment, achievements that have helped establish hip hop's broader cultural and economic influence. Good way to wrap it up. Okay, but see, yeah, yeah, like I was saying, hip hop media is just it's lacking. Yeah, even when I put this up, only a few articles popped up, and I just had to say that because we need
Yeah.
y'all to step your game up. You know what I'm saying? Out there in the hip hop
Uh-huh.
landscape, it should be 50 write-ups about this interview when I pull up.
Yeah.
I saw about three. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
that just don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so all that to say, Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre coming out with a new album, supposed to be called Missionary.
Right.
You know, and basically Dre was on here talking about. I know a lot of people say this, but on that time about it, it's probably one of his favorite albums that he's made so far
Oh,
in his
okay.
career, and that is tough to
That is pretty
say
good. Yeah. I think
if
he
you
said
Dr.
it
Dre.
about that the Compton album, which was like more of a compilation album too. What
Yeah,
was
it's
the
more compilation. A lot of people
yeah,
didn't like that album, but I thought it was cool.
I like that album. I like
Man,
it.
for real, I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
I thought I was the only one. I'm like,
I got
damn, why people don't
uh,
like this album?
I got a couple of those. I got a couple of songs on the playlist, and I got at least one or two on the workout playlist. So I know if, for me to put it on there, I got to be able to listen to the whole
Yeah,
song.
shit. Hey, I thought the shit was popping.
Yeah,
Had some songs on there to me.
I like it.
So do you think? I mean, we haven't heard anything. We ain't heard nothing. We don't know nothing. We don't even know if this damn album ever gonna come out. We don't
Right.
know if it's gonna see the light of day. But do you think, if you had to guess, where do you think this is gonna rank in the pantheon of Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg albums? Which, if you think about, I can't
Mm.
even say it that way. I have to say in both of their catalog because I don't know if you ever thought about this, but Dr. Dre has only produced one Snoop Dogg album, and that is the first one, Doggy Style.
Right, the only one. Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm. It's a good question. So ranking them
Like
because
I mean,
I
how
think
we
I
feel. I
know.
mean, like I said, I know we ain't heard nothing, but
You know what? I wouldn't. I wouldn't put it at the bottom, but uh, because Snoop, I'm just kind of going straight off Snoop Dogg's catalog.
all
He
right,
has
yeah,
the biggest
yeah,
one.
that's fair. That's the fair thing to
Yeah.
do.
So
Hmm.
you know, from Snoop Dogg catalog, there's a couple. There's a
Doggy
couple
Style
albums.
obviously is the best album, I think.
Doggy
Right?
Style.
No question.
When he first got with No Limit, Blue Carpet Treatment, like some of those albums right there. I feel like if it beats one of those albums, I'll be impressed. Be
Okay,
impressed. I
so
mean, sorry.
did you
I'll be
like
impressed.
did you like the first album with No Limit, The Truth Is to Be Sold Not Told, or the last album, The Last Meal, better?
I think it was The Truth to Be Sold, Not Told. That first
Okay, yeah, this is slaps on it. See, I like The Last Meal though. Last
one.
Meal got one of my absolute favorite Snoop Dogg songs on there. I know they want to follow. Hold on. I know they want to sing with the song. Hold on. I'm trying to think of the lyrics right now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it was one of my absolute favorite Snoop Dogg songs. I'm gonna pull up the name of this joint. But I'm a guess that I had to guess. I'm gonna put it. Okay, I got Doggy Style. Um, what's that one goddamn album with the damn, I kind of like Top Dog. I think the Blue Carpet Treatment would
Blue
probably
Carpet.
be my second favorite Snoop album.
Yeah.
Um, honestly, what was that one you mentioned? Shit.
The game is to be sold.
Nah, nah, nah. Before that, it was one.
And then you got the top No Limit Top Dog. Let's see.
Blue
The
Carpet
Dog
Treatment.
Father. Yeah. So those.
Nah. I liked a lot of songs on Top Dog too. On that, it was like the second No Limit album.
Uh-huh. Right.
we had
Oh, Eagle Tripping was good too. Dang, man.
oh, they had down for my ends, and down for my
Yeah, yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
Top Dog. That was on
Oh
the
yeah,
Top
that
Dog album, and
it
it
was on
had
the
that
Top
one
Dog album.
song.
Okay.
Yeah, that was on the Top Dog album, and it had that one song with Sugar Free on it. Uh, Trust me, I wish you wouldn't trust me so much.
Yeah.
He said, "Oh no, hold on, bitch." Sugar Free came in. Hey, that shit was funny.
Yeah.
But and they had Bitch
Trust
Please
me.
on there. They had the Top Dog was good too. All right, Top Dog had a
Yeah.
couple slaps on that, man.
Uh-huh. Bitch, please. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. That had some cuts. We had the last meal though. Okay.
Yeah.
Last meal had a couple joints on there, but oh it had you better lay low.
Yeah. Hey, oh
Remember
man,
that?
any hook you got freaking had Nate Dogg on was fire.
Leave Me Alone. That's the song I'm thinking about. You
Uh
better leave me alone. Leave me alone. And then and I'm trying to make a dollar when I holler when I'm singing my song. These bitches
uh-huh.
better leave me alone. But I just like that beat. It was slapping, nigga. I'm talking about.
uh,
Anyway.
yeah.
So, man, it can't be no better than goddamn fourth or fifth. I can't
Yeah.
see it being no better than his fifth best album.
Yeah. If it
I don't
come
give a
out
damn
that
what
good.
Dr. Dre thought about. Hey, listen, I would say this. If it is, say, number two or three, man, this is gonna be one of the best albums of the year. Oh,
Yeah.
no, it has to be the best album of the year.
Because
If it's
Snoop Dogg's reach right now in public is big. It's way bigger than
oh man, it's
before.
out there.
So if anything's hot that's Snoop going on, people probably at least go by and listen to it for just to see what it's like. So it's guaranteed to be number one.
You're right.
So how long it's gonna be there and how many hits it's gonna come off of it. So I
So,
guess we'll see if these days we got TikTok got to take it over, or it got to be
mhm.
on some Instagram reels.
Right.
Yeah. So
But yeah,
yeah,
that's what's up. That's what's up, man.
I read. I'm definitely as soon as it come out, I'll be on it. Be on it.
Right. And but I will say that another one of my favorite Snoop songs is two of America's Most Wanted with Tupac on there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Hey, I don't know. That's just I guess maybe just because Snoop and Tupac was together. It was just good to hear them on a song together. And it was hey, and it went hard. Like they delivered. They put the
Yeah.
video out. You
Uh huh.
know, picture perfect. I painted a perfect picture. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like the
And
way he came
there was
in.
like both of them was going through the same kind of situations and stuff.
Yes, going through the same type of stuff. So it all made sense. It
Yep.
was
The
perfect.
the whole art imitates life.
For real, for real. And Tupac, man, brilliant artist, brilliant actor. Um, which brings us to our classic movie that we want to talk about today, which
Yeah.
is Juice. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Juice. Hey man, what can I say? One of the intro to the movie.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just the way it come in with the song and them getting dressed ready for school.
Mm, mm,
Yeah, you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? And his mama said,
Yeah.
"Wake your
Put
ass up." Yeah.
I'm like, this dude, hey,
Fire. But, I mean, it was fire. Just
yeah,
out the gate classic. Um, the story, just I'll get more into it in a second, but just the story
yeah,
about it's just basically about a couple days worth of kids, a group of friends,
uh-huh,
and growing up in New York, the neighborhood, and just what they went through. One of them trying to aspire to be a DJ. The
yeah.
other one
Kind of
lost.
different. One
He was
dealing,
lot. Yeah, yeah.
dealing, one dealing with like baby mom, had a
Baby
baby,
mama, yeah.
baby mama. She like, you ain't got no money. This dude got money. You know what I'm saying? Going
She
through
over there
that.
messing with special ed, hopping in the car with him. She
Uh-huh.
you know what
Cause
I'm
he got
saying?
money,
Yeah. Yeah, he had the money,
So,
he had the car and everything.
uh-huh,
He said, "Is him the cold BBS's on that thing?"
uh-huh.
Hey, like
Yeah,
so
Bishop, that character, I think he was, he was looking for something. He was looking to be important or being be special about something. You know, he felt like he wasn't special. He wanted to be special. He wanted to be
Hmm.
big. He wanted to be respected, and he felt like he didn't have that. So
Right.
he wanted it bad enough to where that's how the movie kind of went south.
Right. He's willing to go get it by any means necessary. Let's go rob the store. Let's
Yep.
go do whatever we gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Like he wanted to go rob the bar with the dude. Remember the dude ran
Yeah.
up in the bar.
He
He
should
was
have
like, "You
been
want
there.
some of this? Yeah, you want some of this action?" And he's like,
Nah.
"Shoot." And Quincy, which was Omar Epps, he slipped out like, "Nah, I'm cool."
Yeah.
Tupac, Bishop, he like, "Nah, man,
Let's
what
get
you
into
doing?
this.
Let's go back up in." He like, "Nah." Then when he died, and he like, you know what I'm saying? He like, man, they looking at the news and he like, man, that could have,
Yep.
man, we could have helped him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He should have been
so we
there.
can say if we was there, and Omar said, if we was there before that, niggas instead of what? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Uh,
that's one of the most classic scenes. You
yep.
know what I'm saying?
The fight and then the argument there.
Yes.
Where Tupac
Hey,
traded for
the way what's Big Boy name? He was like,
Steel.
oh shit, man, y'all messing up. They ruined the whole living room.
But that bologna and eggs, and you put that beer in there. I was
Yeah, he put the bird there. He said, yeah, boy.
like, so watching
He
the
said, I
movie,
makes it like, hey, he said, I makes it like this all the time.
yeah, Steel's kitchen.
Yeah.
So, watching it as a kid, what you think of it versus watching it as an adult?
um, Watching as a kid, it was like wow, like for one, for some reason it looked fun. For some reason, like far as
Yeah.
like they just felt like they were just freely
Uh-huh.
moving around. I'm like, dang, you can do that in high school? Like
Uh-huh.
so
And
of course
barely
I got in
remember
high
it.
school. Of course, I started,
Thinking that
ditching
was it.
class and stuff like that. So it just I felt like fun, but I also looked at it like um I felt like I guess I don't know. I don't want to sound better than nobody or nothing like that. I don't even know how to say this, but I did. I just felt like they was doing stupid shit. To be honest, like I felt
Uh-huh.
like damn, why would you do that? Or like why was Tupac acting like that? Like to me, I felt like he was a lost soul, like a lost child out there, and was out there acting
Yeah.
out more or less. So,
Uh-huh.
and as an adult, I kind of be honest with you, I kind of feel the same way about it. Like the movie, I actually, it's funny because I watched for some reason how I watch Juice at least once a year for some reason. Like I
Yeah.
always
Always running
whether
across
I
it.
yeah whether I run across it or I click on it on Netflix or something.
Uh-huh.
Just like I might click on it like just something to go to sleep on, but for some reason I damn near end up finishing it every time.
All the time. Every time. And like, so yeah, I was catching. So watching it, like you said, as a kid, it was like, all right, these dudes just kind of kicking it, having fun, dressing cool, got different shoes on. Like I'm like, and
Yeah.
this dressing was cool, like how they dressed and everything. I thought everything was kind of cool about it. And then like
Oh, and Omar
they
Epps
were
had
talking about
on the he had on the 49er
49er beanie. That's just
he had
was
his
fire.
49ers on his
Hey,
head.
so
I didn't
watching
even
it,
notice that. I didn't even notice that as a kid.
no, so I didn't notice. I didn't notice that. I know that's where I'm gonna get to with dressing wise. I noticed as an adult, I started noticing all of Omar Epps' chains, or like the beads, like the African beads
Yeah.
or the African
Uh-huh.
chains. Every single one of them things were fire. I was like, damn, these things are clean as hell. And then he had the beanie on, and then I was like, man. And I was so I didn't, you didn't notice certain things, but I started noticing he was messing with a chick that was like grown.
Yeah, had the grown chick on
He had
there.
a
You know
high
what I'm
he had a
saying?
high school. He got a girlfriend. I'm like, that ain't
Like,
ain't doing that.
the statutory out here, man. I don't know
Yeah,
what they're doing
yeah.
out here, man.
But it's just kind of I'd have been like, it felt like if I guess even because they were a crew and everybody in the crew wanted to do it, they influenced Steel and then they influenced Q just to rob the store. Uh, Man, it would have been like one of them. If all he had to do was say, "No, nah, I'm doing this thing," and they used him for that, and it still didn't work. Well,
Right.
I guess it did work. They just didn't. Somehow I don't know how the cops came back for him. I would have liked to know that how the
Yo,
cops
I don't
killed
know
him.
how the cops caught them so fast.
Yeah. So,
I always was like, damn, how did they catch him so? Wait a
uh,
minute, it wasn't. They wasn't even no
oh, I guess
camera calls and stuff.
when they found him, Q, right? Yeah, when they found Q, I'm thinking they was like, okay, well, he runs with these three dudes all the time.
Oh,
Where,
he,
where
when
they
he walked to him, he said, Raheem is dead. Somebody shot
somebody
him.
shot him. Yeah.
It's like, oh my
And
God.
I remember. So I remember growing up, that was like your first favorite part. Every time it
Oh,
happened,
it was. It was
excited with it.
hilarious.
It was just like this dude.
I don't know
This
why
dude
they
is
used to
out
crack me up so much.
of
Hey, still
because it was
does.
because it was straight. It was flagrant. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Like
Flagrant foul. Foul on the
somebody
play, man.
shot.
Throw
Like you know, this
the
dude is out of control.
all right, throw the penalty, man. He shot that boy
Uh,
for no reason, man.
and I was thinking, as a girl, like, why did they let this dude have a gun? I'm like, nah, I'm done. I ain't doing
He said, "Cause I got it, mother."
this. He tried to like right after killing him, like act everything's cool. Hey,
All
you
right.
want to see how much money we made?
He
No.
said, "Baby, hey, yeah, like it's fine. Like, yeah, yeah." Everybody, they looking at him like, boy, hey, I was
And then you
like,
just killed Q.
you just killed my best friend. Like, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
But
wow.
but yeah, definitely. And then watching it at the end there too when he was like, man, and this is me being grown now.
Yeah.
You got the juice now.
Oh my
They're like,
God.
yeah, you got the juice now. I would have been like, hey man, shut
Hey,
up.
shut up. That was my ex. That's my homie. I mean, I know he
Yeah.
flipped out and everything, but that was
Yeah.
my homie, man. I don't feel
I,
good about this.
I don't feel good about none of this.
He's like, guess you got the juice. Man, shut up.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that. Because hey, that's what I was gonna ask you how you felt. I mean, I
Uh-huh.
ended anyway. So like, yeah, you are. I guess you kind of, but yeah, that whole ending scene. I mean, that was always to me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I say this. I thought they could have did that a little better. That ending scene to me, I felt like it could have been maybe shot a little better, or maybe have a slightly different ending. I thought it ended like just, oh, he dies and it just
Yeah.
clip. You know what I'm saying?
So I
Maybe that
think,
was done on purpose. Maybe that
yeah,
was purposeful. You know what I'm saying? To make you
right.
sit there and be like, oh,
Yeah, it happened. It's abruptly ended, right? So, uh, it was kind of suspenseful, and you don't know if he's gonna actually get to kill him, and going back and forth. And
Mhm.
then, so when you could see it when he fell over the side, he grabbed his hand, and even though he's trying to kill him, you still see like the nah, man, I don't want you to die. Hey
Yeah,
man,
like
hey man, don't let me go. It's
yeah,
like
no, here we go. Like, nah, like that,
all that,
just
all of that juice or that respect you're looking for, all of that, how young they were, comes back. Like, oh no, man, I don't want to die. Even
yeah.
though I did all this crazy stuff, and then he's like, man, I don't want you to die. I just, you know what I'm saying? Just so it was.
Nah,
I thought
we here now,
it was
player.
kind of crazy,
Yeah,
yeah.
and I can't hold you. I'm trying, but
So
slipped
it's
out
like
his grasp.
I don't even know what you know what I'm saying. Like, so where would that character be? What would that character do? What would happen? Would they say, would he end up getting arrested for killing Bishop? You know what I'm saying? Like, what happened? You know what I mean? So it's crazy. That's a
All
good
in
movie.
all,
Yeah,
they probably all just end up going to jail if he doesn't die, to be quite honest.
right.
I mean, because if he goes down, they all was accessory to the crime.
Yep.
Um,
When they
they
sued
were
the
there
riot,
when he shot him. They didn't
yep.
say anything. A lot
When he
going
shot
on there.
him, when he shot the gas turret,
Yeah,
gas.
shot him for no reason.
Yeah, and we know that now because we watched them 448s,
Right.
and everybody going to jail.
Man, everybody.
Oh,
So you know what I'm saying?
everybody.
Like,
Oh,
probably
you
the best.
snitching?
Hey, that's
You
probably the
still going
best.
to jail?
Probably the best thing happened for their life was that he just died and they probably just closed the case. Like, you know what?
Maybe like,
He
oh, we just blame it all on him.
all right, there you go. So,
So
but great movie though.
yeah,
I can't say enough about it, but it was a solid effort. Tupac definitely shined in that movie, man. He left an impression, pretty sure on everybody who's ever watched the movies. You know what I'm saying?
right.
I don't know how he didn't. Played a hell of a role. Omar Epps did. He went on to have a great career, obviously.
Yep.
Higher Learning, the program, um, the TV show House. He played on that for years. I know I'm actually selling him short right now. He was in so many movies. Uh, had pretty much messed with all of the finest girls back in the day, Holly Berry, Tyra Banks, Sanaa Lathan, Love and Basketball. That's what I'm saying. He ran through all
uh,
your favorite actresses. You
uh-huh.
know what I'm saying? So
Yep. Tyra Banks, yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
yeah, all that, man.
And then
Just a
older, he was on some shows. He did some movies and some shows too. Man, he had a freaking diabolical role in it for Color Girls. It's like this dude.
yeah,
But that whole movie,
diabolical. I seen that. Yeah,
every man in that movie was bad. But yeah,
yeah, just all right. They just did us dirty in that movie. Let's just keep it
uh,
real.
yeah,
Did us nasty.
yeah,
But anyway, I do want to shout out director Ernest Dickerson. That was he did direct that movie.
uh-huh.
Uh, the budget was just 100,000 USD. Wow.
Wow,
$100,000 budget. You can really kind of tell too, because it was shot. I mean, not that he was shot bad. It's just the scenes and where they was and what they was doing. It shouldn't have really cost too much to do this. And the actors
right,
they had, they barely. I can't remember how much they made, but I remember Omar Epps saying how much he made, like on a Joe Budden podcast or something one time.
uh-huh.
It was some racks. It was just a
Oh
couple
yeah,
racks.
yep.
Ever
But
since they,
then,
it was all pretty much most of their first movie or second movie.
uh-huh.
It will get them money. And it made 5 million, you know what I'm saying, at the box office. So that's a pretty good profit though. You
Yeah,
know, spend 100,000, make 5 million. Hey, you got that's not bad. I
yeah.
take that. You
And,
know,
and then when they probably come out to the next movie, we'll be 150,000. What?
yeah, it's like what? I got robbed.
Yeah,
But it came out January 17th, 1992.
yeah,
So shout out to Juice, man. One of the best, let's say, urban cultural black movies, hip hop slash movies
yeah,
that we've had. 81%, 81% from the critics on Rotten
yeah.
Tomatoes, 90% from the users.
From
So
you, that's cool. Yeah,
actually great ratings on the movie.
yeah. So yeah, the hip hop people in it, Queen Latifah, Trish, Fab
Yep.
Five Freddy,
Yeah. A
yeah.
lot of appearance. Hey, Samuel L. Jackson
Eric
was in the
Sermon,
movie.
Samuel Jackson was in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
running the arcade. He said,
Snappy
dude was talking
Nappy.
to him. He said, like the snappy nappy dugout, man. He said,
The
the
Snappy
snappy
Nappy.
nappy, snappy nappy dugout.
He's like, when you were talking to that girl, I'm trying to get close, like two breaths coming out of nostrils or something like
Yeah,
that.
that was going in on that.
That was a good
Anyway, Juice. Yeah, solid movie, I guess. You got any more to say? I think I'm pretty cool. I think I said as much as I can say.
one.
I actually I
Yeah.
could probably go on and on, but
Oh yeah.
I think I said about enough about Juice. That one of my favorite hip hop slash. If I had to say, any movie, it's it relate to hip hop. That's definitely one of them.
Yeah, that's good.
Naturally,
Yep.
and hey, we come up with some more movies we definitely could talk about, man, on Hip Hop Show. I actually got another one in mind for the next time,
All right.
but that's what's up. But anyway, appreciate anybody who watches the show. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. This is Rap Runs Music. We trying to grow this channel, let it blow up so it'll be a place where we can talk about hip hop. And we're gonna start doing some live shows and things like that on here as well. And shoot, man. See you next time.
Yep.
Peace.